Banjo Tooie for the Nintendo 64 is a sequel to Banjo-Kazooie for the Nintendo 64. And while Banjo-Kazooie does have its fair share of glitches, the glitches in this game are not as substantial as the ones in Banjo-Tooie, meaning they don't save over 2 hours in a speedrun. What do I mean by that? Well, you'll see. Oh, you'll definitely see. We will encounter many glitches, many clips, exploits, and sequence breaks in this gem of a game. My name is Iron64, and welcome to Glitch Pursuit. The first glitch is actually when you first boot up the game. What you have to do is you have to do a precise backflip into a ground pad on the ledge to skip the Congo cutscene. Now that we're actually in the Congo fight, let's give him a beatdown. Let's go and shoot some eggs at him to try to get him to push us towards the exit. Wait for it. And... What? What happened? Okay, so apparently you have to be at the direct edge at the gate for it to work, but whatever. Let's just exit. Jinjo Village, home of the Jinjos and also home of the sequence breaks. On this White House here, you want to do a talent shot into a flip-flap into a ground pound in order to skip up to here. But if you try to leave through the exit, Keen Jingling stops you and says some text, which is very interesting. So what we have to do is head into Keen Jingling's strong room, talk to him, get his jiggy, and then you want to head outside. Going... Dang it, get out of my way. And then you want to do the same glitch that I just showed earlier. And you see how Bottles' house is here? Well, yeah, he opened the gate, but if we do the glitch on this part of the exit, then we can skip going into Bottles' house entirely. Upon entering, we are in the Isle of Hags, the Wooded Hollow section. And why is this here, you may ask? Well, this is a part of the Wooded Hollow section, which is the first area of Isle of Hags in the game. So if there's a hill right here, where if you ever want an easy way and a quick way to go back to Jinjo Village without using Bottles' house, that's the way to do it. Position Banjo here, right by the little slant. Do a backflip. This video slow down so you can see better. And then what you want to do is you want to backflip over here until you reach about this line. You want to ground pound, and at the exact, if you were frame perfect, you should land exactly there. This took me over 10 minutes. Oh, thank God! Yes! Sweet! Heading into the doorway will bring you to the plateau section of Isle of Hags. Be super careful as I am doing right now, as you don't want to fall and have to restart the glitch, as that is not fun. So make sure you grab the silo before you do anything else, or else you may have to do that again. Sometimes when the object is somewhere like behind the door or under a rock like this Jinjo right here, normally you have to do a build drill to get this Jinjo. But if you do a precise egg shot into a beak barge, or the one where you go forward, and collect it before you do the build drill. But another glitch is you can do that same backflip thing we did to get to this area already, to get up to these notes that you normally have to get grip grab for. So that's neat. As well as getting these 10 notes over by Honeybee's Hive, getting you 20. And you can then get the empty honeycomb piece behind the pillar right there to get it early. Meaning you can go into Honeybee's Hive and get the health upgrade before you even enter a level. So, useful. One thing that I forgot to show in Jinjo Village is that you can go ahead and do something that, like you did in Plateau early, to get to Plateau early, as the name implies, but you can get this treble clef early in Jinjo Village. And while it is kind of precise, it is way easier than the Plateau early. I did a backflip with Z and A, and then I pulled back in the backflip, and at the peak of my jump, I went forward. As you can see, you want to stand here on the threshold, then here's me pulling back and ground pounding on top of the building. So, to clear things up if you weren't so sure on how to do it. And as you can see, you get the treble clef early, which is 20 notes. Only problem? Jamshar's move requires 45 notes, and the game gives us a maximum of 40, as you can see. So what do? A nearly impossible clip is what we do. See, there is a possibility of getting into Glur Gulch Mine early, and that's what speedrunners use for any percent, or basically any percent. Any percent that I can do. I thought this was nearly impossible, but turns out I got it, and it's not as bad as I thought it was. What I did was I jumped back and I did ground pound around this part. And as you can see from this image, this is the place you want to ground pound and eventually end up entering the load zone. Now we're in Glitter Gulch Mine, somehow. This glitch is very difficult, and if you want to try for yourself, just practice. So on with the glitches. So attend to Humba Wumbas, give it a glow bow, and head on into the pool to turn to a TNT stick. Heading over to the waterfall on the other side of the level, you can go up against the wall while swimming, then press A and B, and skip having to use the Springy shoes from Pterodactyl Land. Back as Banjo-Kazooie, you want to head into here with the speed shoes after pressing a switch. Heading into this waterfall cavern, you want to make sure you don't land on the Jiggy, unless you're a speedrunner. And since we don't have the grip grab from Mayhem Temple, since we're not in the Mayhem Temple, obviously, we're going to have to land this little alcove here, and backflipping won't work. So we have to do a carefully angled flap flip in order to land onto the little edge, and grab the Jiggy, of course. But there's a little pathway over there, so what do? Just jump to and flip flap and then slow flap, whatever that is. And then you'll get into it. And similar to what we did in Plateau to get the Jinjo, you want to do an egg shot into a beak barge in order to grab this Jinjo right here, which you normally need to build with. And this is only the start of what glitchy madness we will see in Banjo Tooie. This has been Onion64, and thank you for watching Glitch Pursuit. Hey, this is the 20-second end card that people like to do because YouTube got rid of annotations. So yeah, PG and Chrono Keys channel links will be in the description. So will Chrono Keys glitch playlist for Banjo Tooie, since that is a huge help in this making of the series. Thanks for watching. Onion out.